I think it's important to have a good understanding of what makes someone a great UX or product designer so that we know what to strive for. This will help us put our time and attention into the right things so that we can become better and better at the job over time. So, today I'm going to tell you what I think are the top three things that would make someone a great designer. The first thing is being proficient in many of the hard skills that fall under the whole product design umbrella. So this can be many things, but some examples are wireframing, prototyping, visual design, using design tools, using or maintaining a design system. So I think it's very important that a designer can do many of these things, if not all of them, and be able to pull them out at a moment's notice to solve any sort of design problem that the team encounters. I also personally think that it's very important for a designer to have one of these skills that they really specialize in, while being proficient in many of the other skills. So, this is commonly called being a T shaped designer. I'll put a graphic on the screen here that explains this, but essentially it means that someone has a good understanding of many skills while having very deep knowledge in one thing. When someone has a skill set like this, they can become the go to person to fill a very specific need for a team. Everybody knows that that person can be counted on to solve the biggest problems that need that sort of skill to be solved. Then, since they have other skill sets beyond their specialty, they can do a great job on other design projects that come up that aren't necessarily involving that specialty. So, this combination of both the specialized and general skills makes someone extremely valuable to a team. And the second thing is being able to have a deep understanding of design problems, which then, of course, leads to the best solutions later on. So, there's a lot that goes into truly understanding a product design problem. Each problem needs to be looked at from both a user perspective and a business perspective, and then whatever solution that we come up with later needs to factor both of these together while making as few trade offs as possible. When we're considering the business perspective, we need to have an understanding of things like what metrics we want to change, what the revenue goals are, what the goals of other teams of the company are, our product roadmap, and whatever else is relevant to that particular company. Then, from the user perspective, we have to consider things like different problems in their lives that our product can help to solve, or existing problems that they have with our current product, maybe data from past user tests or interviews, or considering other solutions that they have developed for this particular problem that we're solving. And there's many other things beyond this. The best designers will then be able to craft a solution that addresses multiple problems from both the user and the business perspective. And the third thing is being a strong team player and collaborator. I think this is actually the thing that will really make someone stand out as a designer. So, in the world of product design, you're working so closely with other people and teams on such a regular basis. A big part of the job is to help other people to achieve their goals. So, when a designer can be counted on to do that, they'll be viewed as an excellent designer and really key to a team's success. A big part of being that designer who can be a great team player and help other people to achieve their goals is really being very communicative with other people on the team. Whether it's talking to developers about work that was handed off, giving regular updates to product managers, or just constantly talking to other teams that rely on design to do their work. Being a strong team player also involves being a strong voice for design. Oftentimes, to have good design go through the pipeline, it can take a designer to really push for a certain design and figure out how other teams can come together to make this work if it's something that's a little bit more of a complex request or is outside of the ordinary product roadmap. When a designer is known as being that great collaborator who works with everybody across the company, it's much more likely that they're going to be able to make something like this work, therefore introduce better design to whatever product they're working on. So those are the top three things in my opinion. If you think there's something that I missed here, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you think. So thank you very much for watching, and if you want to see more videos on a weekly basis, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss any in the future.